Hi, I'm Alex Kim, and today I'll be representing Team 2322 on our demo for Sprint 2. So to start off, I wanted to kind of list the user stories that we've been able to accomplish as planned. First is, as a user, I want to be able to select an event name from a drop-down menu. Second, as a user, I want to be able to choose the events from states and cities. Third, as a user, I want to add myself to the queue. Fourth, as a host, I want to be able to create a queue with respect to state and city. To start off with, I'll be actually starting off with the last one as our demo. As a host, I would be able to create a queue with respect to state and city. This is actually a additional add-on from Sprint 1, as we realized there were a lot of issues where we're trying to locate the queues that would have been created in the past. So what we are able to do now is if we were to create a new event, let's say, for example, uh, we'll have a random called Cluck and Move. We can have that selected as Georgia, and we can place it in Atlanta, and we have an estimated time of 10 minutes. So what we added was the state and city. Previously, it was just a simple location where we would just have a city. It was very ambiguous. So we actually updated it so we are more specific into Georgia and Atlanta. And if we create the queue, we can see it in our database over here. We go to queues collection. We have created our Atlanta estimated time, Cluck and Move, and Georgia. We've also added a later on use for Sprint 3 where we'll be able to see all the users that have queued up for that specific event. To continue with our other user stories, referring back to it over here, as a user, I want to be able to select an event name from a drop-down menu. So I created a new user select page where we're able to select the events that are already within the database. So just to refer back to it, in our queues currently we have about 5. So we have Cluck and Moo, we also have Moe's, we have Supercut, Subway, and Blue Donkey. Amazing. So there's a few services that have been already made. So we'll actually start with, we'll see that it also kind of goes forward with the fact that the user is able to choose the events from city and states. This is actually because we want to narrow it down. We don't want somebody who's trying to look for services in Atlanta to see services that are available in Chicago. So what we've actually been able to narrow it down to is if we have a city, Georgia, and if we have Atlanta, we'll only see the services that are available within Atlanta. As you can recall, there are 5 services within our data storage, but we can only see 4. And to show you the other one, it's actually in Chicago. So if we actually have Chicago up here, we can only see the event in Chicago, which is Subway. And as you can see, we cannot see the 4 other events that are in Atlanta. This is so that we only are able to filter through and see exactly which ones are within the proximity of that city. So, for example, we will queue ourselves into, let's say, just Cluck and Move because we created that for our demo, and we can get in line. And if we go to this blank page, which is wait time, we have not been able to implement yet because it was not part of our sprint 2. However, we'll see that in our users now, um, with our main login, we've been actually able to queue up to Cluck and Move. And just for reference, Cluck and Move's unique ID was started with BZI, and we can see that within our current account that we were logged into, we're also queued up for BZI. This queue is a field where it stores all the arrays. It's an array where it stores all the unique IDs of the queues that I'm in. And for previous demo and to save time, it shows that we're able to store multiple values, which means that users are able to queue up in multiple events. In this case, the first one that they were able to queue up was YBD, which is YDB, which would be Blue Donkey. So the users have been able to queue up into these multiple things, and that actually covers all our user stories that we've been able to do, where as a user, I want to add myself to the queue. So they've added to the queue, and we're storing it into our Firestore over here with the queues array. And we've shown that we are able to filter down through states and city, and we can see all these events through a drop-down menu. Thank you for listening.